Hello, I hope everybody is doing well and getting excited for Thanksgiving this week. I know that with Thanksgiving comes a lot of holiday shopping. Some people already start before Thanksgiving, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as I could. This is just for anyone who wants to make a little difference at the holidays or a big difference to try to be more eco-friendly. There's a ton of waste that gets created during the holidays, and so there's a lot of ways to prevent that, and I kind of want to talk about some of those things today. But first, I want to talk to you about why we should care, some of those facts that are a little bit concerning but also inspiring. When you hear them, it's not to scare you, it's just kind of put into perspective what really happens at the holidays. So first, if every family reused just 2 feet of holiday ribbon, the 38,000 miles of ribbon saved could tie a bow around the entire planet. That's pretty crazy. Second, if we each sent one less card, we would save 50,000 cubic yards of paper. That's a lot of trees. If every American family wrapped just 3 presents in reused materials, it would save enough paper to cover 45,000 football fields. And lastly, 20.8 million Christmas trees are cut in the US alone every year. So this is pretty crazy. Those 20.8 million trees aren't even accounting for all the paper that gets made for the wrapping paper, for the cards, for everything else. And in order to save our planet, we all just need to make a little difference. So today I want to talk to you about how to empower you to do those things. So I picked 5 topics: gift ideas, wrapping alternatives, holiday traditions, food, obviously, and preparing for having guests. So first and foremost, because everybody loves giving gifts and everybody loves getting gifts, I want to talk about some eco-friendly gift options. I'd start with cards, since that seems to be the first thing we all open when we get a gift. One thing you can do to save for cards is to reuse any paper you have around the house. So, piano music books you don't use anymore, books you don't read anymore, newspapers, magazines, craft paper sheets, scraps. Put it together and you can make something really unique like this card here. Second, you can keep and reuse old holiday cards. And the funny thing is this works for birthdays, anniversaries, any other occasion as well. You can save these and reuse them in the future. I know my parents do that, and it's always really cool to see old cards come and go. So try to save those this year. Third, there's a great company called Positively Green, and they use upcycled materials, reusable materials, and they also donate to the planet. So they have them for every occasion, again, not just the holidays, but birthdays and things like that as well. And lastly, if you want to go zero waste, you can do one of those funny jib-jab cards I'm sure you've seen by now. Or you can just videotape yourself and send it via Facebook, email, text, whatever. Say happy birthday or Merry Christmas. Wish I could have spent time with you this year. We love you. Here's a video of baby Karis. Whatever you want to see, but these are great ways to go zero waste when you're looking at doing holiday cards as well. Next, if you're looking to give eco-friendly gifts, these are some must-have options. So reusable water bottles and reusable coffee mugs. Plastic straws are the worst thing right now for our oceans, and so I'm not sure if you've heard about these, but there are reusable straws out there. They come in stainless steel and bamboo. That is number 2. You gotta have it. Bring it to restaurants instead of using the plastic straws there. Third, reusable grocery bags. So many different styles. You can definitely find some that'll fit you and your certain style. And fourthly, reusable produce bags. So when you are at the grocery store, you can also save when you're grabbing your produce, and you can reuse those bags as well. All of these things are in the top 10 for most polluted items in our oceans, including plastic water bottles, lids, straws, plastic bags, and the netting around our produce. So these are great ways to help eliminate that waste that we're seeing in our oceans. Next, there are a bunch of alternatives to wrapped material goods. And a lot of times I find these things to be the most fun because it gives you the opportunity to bond with whoever gave it to you or whoever you get to spend that gift with, but they also alleviate creating more waste for material goods, as well as wrapping of those material goods. The first is an escape room. So these are where you get like 60 minutes. You're solving a bunch of puzzles together. We did it with my family last year, but it's great for friend groups, church groups, school clubs, tons of things. Just go with a group of friends. It's really fun. You can do it. All ages can do it. Second, take somebody to a concert or a sporting event. Go Wildcats, bear down. Hopefully we've got this for March Madness this year, so you'll probably want to buy those tickets now so you can watch the Wildcats win. But third, you could do stock investments or help with student loans. My friend Amanda said she's asked every year for stock investments, and nobody ever gives in to her. But it's a fun thing, and it is a great way to get young people inspired about investing in their future. Fourth, you could do plants, or you could give someone a trip to the terrarium building places. So I know there's a lot of local places where you can go now and build these little terrariums that come in small dishes, and they're great decorations, but they're also plants are always so great for the environment, so they're great all around. Fifth, this one, like I said, tis the season. So winery, brewery, distillery tastings, super fun for friends especially. I think it's sometimes kind of awkward, like, do we buy each other stuff? How much do we spend on it? Like, I don't want to spend that much money, or you want to spend way more money than I want to spend, so try to do something together, like going to a wine tasting where instead of having to gift, you're just spending more time together during those holidays. And sixth, so there's always like eco-friendly restaurants everywhere you go, and what my boyfriend and I have done is we've made a bucket list of restaurants we want to go to, and so something that'd be nice to give is reservations to one of those restaurants on your bucket list. And 7, you can film something sweet for your sweeties. So for my friend Taylor's birthday, I actually filmed. I got a bunch of people who love her to send in messages, and filmed like a whole ordeal about why people love Taylor and the first 2 words they think of when they think of her. And she always says that, you know, that's the gift that stands out. And it's a great way to go zero waste, but also save a lot of money and still be an emotional and sentimental gift. And lastly, if you're trying to avoid wrap goods, adopt a dog or cat in need. You know, if you're in a place in your life where you think you're ready to take that next step, it's a really, really great and rewarding thing. It's the gift that keeps on giving. That's my little dipper. And, you know, those local rescue shelters need a lot of help, especially during the holidays. The next set of gifts I wanted to talk about are repurpose gifts. There's tons of other ideas other than the ones I provided here, but I wanted to give you a few ideas to start sparking your ideas up there. But first, you can turn your alcohol bottles into beautiful vases. So I've turned one of my wine bottles and I've just put bumper stickers from everywhere I've been. I've got my Love Michigan sticker, I've got my U of A sticker, I've got my Portland sticker. And it's a great way to just personalize something that you use all the time, and make it unique and special and use it for a different purpose. Second, you can use an old book. Maybe you don't read it anymore, but you can add little notes and photographs and make it sort of a memory book for somebody special. Third, you could do t-shirt quilts. So my mom did this for me. She took all my old high school t-shirts for soccer jerseys, golf, 5Ks, student senate, put it all together, and it's a great memory blanket for me when I'm older and I look back and I'm like, look at all the things I've done. That's so cool. A lot of people do sports teams they like, though. Or like some people do family photo shirts, things like that. Fourth, there was this woman and she took all of her husband's old shirts that didn't fit and she designed them into dresses for her daughters. It's a great way to reuse old shirts that don't fit. You can also make them into pillows or other throws that you want, quilts as well. But trying to find purposes for those old shirts. And lastly, you can find old keys or knickknacks and make them into jewelry. And this page is for those classic shoppers, the ones who are like, this is something everyone would like, and I'm not really trying to get too risky on Christmas gifts or Hanukkah gifts. So first, blankets. Everybody needs blankets. Everybody loves blankets. But I want to talk about a company called SandCloud. And what they do is they donate part of their profit to marine wildlife protection and the cleaning of our oceans. And they also build their blankets with sustainable materials. So check them out. Second, a good gift you can give to anybody is soaps. So if you're going to get soaps, look for all natural, non-toxic, ethically packaged, and eco-friendly soaps. And ethically packaged is typically like when you look at that soap, there's just a ring of paper cardboard that's recyclable around it. You can easily recycle that. When you're looking at plastic packaging, you can't recycle that. So look for things like that, as well as when you look in picture 3, those things that have the little knobs on the top, usually pretty good. Glass is usually recyclable or reusable. You can find another purpose for it. But number 3, lotions, shampoos, soaps, essential oils, those are always great gifts as well. And you can find so many eco-friendly options when you look online. Fourth, chocolate. Love chocolate. But if you're going to get somebody chocolate, look for local chocolate. A lot of the big chocolate brands, they will engage in sweatshop labor or child labor. And it's just been kind of sketchy over the last few years figuring out how they have gotten their chocolate made, but they also use a ton of packaging that's not recyclable. And when you go to a local place, a lot of times you can say like, oh, can I grab that and put that in my own Tupperware? And they're like, yeah, of course. And then you can avoid the wrapping altogether. And lastly, candles. Easy gift. Everybody likes candles. Look for labels like all natural, soy, beeswax, vegetable oil, non-toxic, and paraffin-free. And that'll typically give you a good idea that it's eco-friendly. For technology, everybody asks for technology at the holidays. It's a pretty popular gift, but with technology comes accessories. So if you're looking for eco-friendly accessories, in the laptop category, you can look for upcycled and eco-friendly sleeves or hard cases, mouses, mouse pads, flash drives, etc. And when you look at those 2 photos of the laptop sleeves, those were all made from recycled materials, and they look more unique than anything else in the market anyway. So it's also a great way to stand out and showcase your personality. Second, phone covers. I love talking about Pella. They are a special brand to me. They make compostable phone cases. So if your phone case breaks, rips in half or something, you can put it right in with your compost. And third, speakers are another popular gift item during the holidays. So you can just Google eco-friendly speakers and you can find indoor, outdoor, Bluetooth, whatever you're looking for in that category. Clothing. So before I talk about some of the brands that are great brands you can look for, I wanted to give you some tips and some of the fabrics that are on the nice list and the naughty list. So some general tips if you're looking for clothing or jewelry, hats, things like that. Shop secondhand first. A lot of people feel like really rewarded to get something that unique, to say like, wow, you know, my cousin Heidi went to the thrift store and she found the most perfect shirt that's so me, and that must have taken her a bunch of time to look through and find it. And it just means that much more than, oh, she was just walking through Macy's and picked me something up while she was picking everybody up something. Second, do a clothing swap with your friends. So again, if you're looking for a great way to celebrate the holidays with them, but you don't really want to spend money, a great thing you can do is all bring in clothes that you're like, oh, I just don't wear this anymore, it doesn't fit the same anymore, and trade with each other. So I say, oh, Sienna, I love the plaid shirt. Do you want my, U of A sweatshirt for that? And she's like, yes, blah, blah, blah. And you switch, and it's great. And you don't have to create any more waste by doing it. Third, support local. So there's tons of local jewelry places, clothing places, hat places. You just got to look them up, and that's the best thing you can do to reduce transportation waste and know that it's been ethically made. And fourth, look for timeless items that aren't going to go out of style. So if you're buying something and you feel like it's kind of a fad or it's only going to get worn once or twice, you might want to say, maybe not, because when you look at something and it only has one use, all of that material that goes into it, all of the transportation that goes into it, and the CO2 from that transportation is all coming just for one time. So think about those things when you're shopping. But when we look at fabrics, nice list: upcycled fabric, wool, bamboo, organic cotton, hemp, soy, modal, linen, tons of others. But fabrics on the naughty list: polyester, acrylic, rayon, nylon, and anything else with synthetic fibers. All right, so some fashion brands. These are just some that I like. There are thousands, literally thousands. So just Google whatever you're looking for and you will find a ton of eco-friendly fashion brands. First, I want to start with clothing. So all of these companies either donate to the planet, use eco-friendly materials, or work on cleanup projects. In fact, I'm pretty sure they all do all of those. But everybody kind of knows famously that Patagonia last year during Black Friday said that they were going to donate 100% of the profits to the planet, and they ended up donating over like $10 million. So it's really good to support the brands that are supporting the environmental mission, because the minute you do that, you're taking market share away from companies that aren't focused on that mission. And then those companies say, whoa, why are we losing market share? Oh, maybe we need to do that too. And it inspires other companies to get on board with this, and it shows that people care about it. EcoVibe Apparel, I'm actually going to be posting some of their special discounts and some discount codes for them for the upcoming Black Friday weekend. So follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook if you'd like access to those discount codes. Next, makeup brands. Makeup brands, to be eco-friendly, it just means that typically they're using non-toxic ingredients, they're packaging themselves ethically and environmentally, and that like eco tools are made from bamboo, from the best type of materials that they can be made from. And then accessory brands, Blue Planet is sunglasses and eyewear, Nella Bella is purses and wallets for women, Alpacas is scarves and some other type of like shawls. WeWood has watches and other jewelry. And then Cocalico is like boots and shoes. But again, so many other brands you can find for these things as well. Next, for the little ones, if you're trying to find gifts for them, Shore Buddies, they clean plastic out of the ocean and then they make stuffed animals out of that plastic. They're super cute. We got some for our dogs and they absolutely loved it. Another company is Green Toys, and they make toys from recycled plastic. They don't just have tool sets, they have everything you can imagine. Next, reusable snack carriers. You can get these fun designs to put like little crackers in or carrots or whatever you want your kids snacking on, but it might be a way to also kind of get them excited to eat those snacks if they don't normally do that, if they get to pick out like a fun design or bag that's personal to them versus just a Ziploc that people typically throw away. Next, just as many fashion brands as there are for adults, there are eco-friendly clothing for your kids and babies as well. And fifth, Onyx and Green is a great company. They have eco-friendly school supplies and office supplies, really cute notebooks, backpacks, colored pencils, things like that for kids. But sixth, when you're looking for your little ones, it's important to remember that they grow out of stuff kind of fast at these ages. So don't be afraid to shop secondhand for them. Save you a lot of money too on big purchases like cribs and strollers and toys and clothes that they grow out of fast. So a great thing you can do there is shop secondhand or get hand-me-downs from loved ones. And lastly, everybody wants to get gifts for their favorite furry friends. So the first photos here are from a brand called Honest Pet Company. They have every kind of toy you can imagine. The second photo is from Wagging Green, and they do eco-friendly collars. The third are eco training pads. Fourth, eco dog waste bags. The fifth is a company called Be Eco, and it has eco-friendly litter box, eco-friendly pooper scooper, eco-friendly leashes, eco-friendly everything. And last, you can find like thousands of eco-friendly treats and bones. So next time you go to PetSmart, just ask and they'll help you find all of that type of stuff that you're looking for. All right. So now that we've talked about all the gifts, I know that was super long, but there's a wide variety of things that people are buying for. So I wanted to kind of touch on all of those. But next we get to talk about something fun, and that's how to wrap all of those fun gifts that you got. So I came up with 5 ways that are more eco-friendly for wrapping. The first is save and reuse this year's paper for next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, because it doesn't go bad. You just got to open it a little carefully, and you can always reuse it. Second, you can reuse any type of papers, old newspapers, maps, magazines, and make super cute wraps out of them too. Third, if you take boxes that you use to wrap things in and you just wrap a pretty wrapping paper around it, or a newspaper, magazine, whatever, you can reuse those boxes all the time. So that's a great way to do it as well. And fourth, Rapidly is an eco-friendly wrapping paper company. So many designs, so you can go through there as well. But fifth, if you want to avoid using any wrapping paper at all, you can try to do like a scavenger hunt and hide it somewhere and make clues for your kids or your significant other or whoever, and have them try to find it. All right, and next, I want to talk about traditions, because there are so many things we can do, and a lot of them do involve creating waste or a significant amount of travel. But if you can, some of the things that you can do that are more eco-friendly are to have a game night in, and instead of buying new games every year, you can always borrow games from your friends or neighbors, or do a game swap. But another thing that you can do is there is a company called Jackbox Games, and you download it to your computer, so it doesn't create any waste to make it or anything. And then you plug your computer into the TV and everyone can play off their smartphones. So that's a great thing to do as well. But there's always games too, like charades, that don't involve any type of waste. Second thing is try to go for a hike with loved ones. While you're outside too, you can always clean up any trash that you find. And then remember, always clean up your pet's poop. It's actually a really big thing, so it doesn't get into runoff and pollute our waters. And lastly, you could try to change up the way that you give gifts. Instead of giving tons of gifts to everybody, maybe you do a special gift, like everybody gets paired with one person, kind of like Secret Santa. Or we had it one year where everyone in the family bought each other one gift. So I got 3 gifts. I got one from my dad, one from my brother, and one from my mom. And I gave 3 gifts, one to each of them. And it eliminated the whole need for a ton of gifts. And one year we did just one big family gift, and we got a new TV. Then it becomes a lot more about the other traditions that you do, like hiking and games. All right, let's talk everybody's favorite topic now, food. So try to avoid meat. Maybe you're like, hey, look, I eat meat all the time. I'm not going to give meat up. Just try to have one meal that's not meat then. There's a lot of good things like vegetarian chili, vegetarian lasagna, vegetarian pot pie, mushroom spaghetti. Lots of things if you can just eliminate it at least out of one meal. Second, avoid buying packaged snacks like chips that don't come in reusable or recyclable bags. So you can buy veggies that don't come in any packaging, and you can make your own hummus and have like a veggie and hummus tray. Third, look at how good or bad the packaging is of the things you're buying. Try to buy things that aren't packaged. It is tough though. So if you're going to buy wine, try buying boxed wine, because boxed wine has been shown to be more sustainable than glass bottles. So just think about those types of things when you're at the store. Second, create a space for your trash, compost, and recycle, and put up little signs like the label here. That way people know where to put it. And also it helps up a lot with cleanup time. And second, try to use reusable dishware. I know it sucks to do the dishes, but people are always more than willing to help during the holidays. So please try to do that as much as you can. I get that some people don't have enough dishware for the amount of guests they get. So then if you're going to buy disposable dishware, try to make it compostable as well. So they have these plates made from plants, or they have compostable plates, silverware, cups, everything. Third, label and reuse glasses. Even real glasses you can label and put on a little name tag too, because you don't just want to be whipping through glasses, because people drink a lot during the holidays, and you just want to make sure that you're not wasting more than you need to. And fourth, try to portion your meals. Try not to buy too much food and over-index yourself where you're going to create a bunch of waste, and try not to make too much either. All right, and the last item on our agenda is talking about how to prepare for your eco-friendly guests. So I just came up with 3 suggestions here, and really keep the lights off when they're not in use. I know it's pretty during the holiday season, but it's also uses a lot of fossil fuels to burn to create that type of electricity. So think about that as well. Second, in order to clean up after your guests, you gotta have a bunch of cleaning supplies, right? So look for the eco-friendly cleaning supplies when you're at your store next. And third, if you have to purchase an air mattress or something for extra guest staying, there's a ton of eco-friendly brands. This one in the photo is the Aerobed Eco Light, and there's just, if you're gonna get one, you have to buy one. Might as well buy an eco-friendly one, right? And lastly, I want to put it out to you. So what other eco-friendly ideas or products do you like? What do you do that's unique? What do you do that can help eliminate waste? Do you have any other game ideas that don't create waste? Do you have any other traditions that don't create waste? I want to hear from you guys. So I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you for watching. Please share, please like and share.